Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their 6'4" QB from the University of Tennessee. It's Joshua Dobbs.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was a part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading him out is a 6'4" Northern Colorado product, Kyle Sloter.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Dobbs on the keeper.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now Dobbs. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Minnesota.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Hey, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Dobbs. And now he's going to use his legs. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
8-yard pickup.
Gardner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll run. This is Kamara.
Kamara again the ball carrier.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. To throw again on 2nd down. Dobbs. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Bears' 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Dobbs, the catch made by Miller. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs. Open man is Higgins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, Dobbs. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good.
Is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Vikings 10. Bears nothing.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now Kamara. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Dobbs. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Of a yard. Brings up
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's Tate. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. The end result, 21 yards.
a gain of 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver.
And now it's 3rd down.
Akello Witherspoon on the coverage.
From the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out right. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
On for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
Vikings 20, Bears nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The sack by Jordan Willis.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears take over first and 10.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 26.
They'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up third and 2.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Calais Campbell on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
to throw on 3rd down. Dobbs going deep this time for Miller. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Chicago Bears.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the rookie, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
11 yards there, just like last play. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Teams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gibson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Dobbs. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dobbs over the middle, and it's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And he'll complete this to Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the 1st time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Laviska Shenault. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Floater's pass. Incomplete. Intended for Rashard Higgins. Results in a 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is Shenault on the receiving end. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings 17-yard line.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Kamara, the ball carrier. Tedrick Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Kamara. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, it's Kamara. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He'll get this under. It's a gain of 5. And it's a 2nd down. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.